Yo, what's up? We're gonna be doing our first reversing challenge. This is a super easy challenge. I'm just gonna walk you through a little bit of the methodology behind how I go about reverse engineering every single app. This is gonna be great just to give everybody a generalized idea of exactly how reverse engineering works. We can learn a couple things about this so we can see that the language that the program was developed in was an assembler language. It's a 1.0 difficulty, which means, yeah, it's gonna be very easy. The quality is 4.0, so it's pretty good. It's based off of a Windows exe binary. First things first, whenever I throw this into my decompiler, disassembler, what I like to do is I like to get a lay of the land. So in our listing view, which is going to contain our disassembly, we can actually start to tear this thing apart just to see like some of the function calls that are in here. Some of the WinAPI calls, because this is a Windows binary. We can begin to learn quite a bit about this. The length of the actual binary itself, pretty much all of its entirety, is going to be a couple things in the .data section, which is going to contain our strings. The main section is going to actually contain our executable code. But since it is an assembly binary, I like to stay more on the disassembly side. And then long string compare A. So what that's doing is that's taking a string within the .data section of the binary that's actually going to perform a string compare. Here is we see a string.superpass. If we take a look at all of our strings, that looks like a very unique and interesting string that could potentially be our password. We also see password good and password trash. So what I believe is going on is we're going to be using that called string compare right here. Actually, it's going to pop up a GUI. It's just going to be a message box that contains our password field. It's going to do that string compare on superpass. If that string compare is equal to the string superpass, and it's going to print out password good. What I like to do now is run it dynamically. So we can see enter the password, enter a garbage password, and we see password trash. Okay, interesting. And you can see from a prior attempt as well, I just used the strings binary itself and was able to print out all the strings in the binary. So what we can do is we can take superpass right here. We can paste that in. We should be able to get our password good dialog to pop up. And you can see password superpass. That is a completed challenge right there.